You don't have to have picture perfect skin to have a great makeup look. But of course, makeup sits much better on skin that has been properly cleansed, is routinely exfoliated, and when you pick the right moisturizer for your skin type and the season. And in today's video, we're gonna be talking about getting that beautiful dewy skin look for fall, even if you have oily skin. I'm talking the glow without the grease, so keep watching. So while generally I love the way that my skin looks, sometimes that under eye area can get a little creasy. The under eye area tends to be a little bit drier than the rest of the face, and if you have oily skin like I do, the moisturizer that addresses the rest of your face may not address the specific needs that you need for your under eye area. And because the under eye area tends to be a little bit drier, it's more prone to fine lines and wrinkles. And when you have fine lines and wrinkles, oftentimes if you're not prepping that area properly, you're gonna get creasing, the makeup is gonna settle, the rest of your face may look amazing, and then right here is just not amazing. So I've talked about my under eye area struggles before on this channel, and you know, some things that I've done, but sis still needs she needs a little help underneath the eye area. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm going to start with prepping underneath my eyes. And for that, I'm going to be using the new Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Eye Base. And shout out to Bobbi Brown for sponsoring today's video. So the Vitamin Enriched Eye Base just launched at Sephora, and it's the partner in prime companion to the Vitamin Enriched Face Base. The eye base can be used on its own as a moisturizer, or you can layer it on top of your eye cream so that it acts like a primer for your concealer or your corrector. So with some ingredients, shout outs, this contains sodium hyaluronate, which is a salt form of hyaluronic acid and is considered more effective because of its compatibility. Now, it also has shea butter. Now, I know some of you might be thinking that's thick and greasy and shouldn't be used in makeup or skincare, and you'd be wrong. It's actually great for the dry skin near the eyes and acts like a gripping primer to help your concealer last longer. Now, some of you guys asked about the scent. Now, it does smell like grapefruit. The fragrance doesn't linger on. Now, we're all prepped. The skin is looking good. Now, the next part of the dewy skin full makeup look, even if you have oily skin, is to make sure that you pick the right complexion products. I love a foundation that gives a skin-like finish. I want something that's going to have a satin matte or a natural matte finish. Nothing super matte, because super matte is very hard. Not very many people can pull off a super matte look. And trust me, you can have a matte look that's satiny or natural when you have oily skin that's not going to overpower your skin as well, because like I mentioned, we're all prepped and ready to go. I'm using the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation in the fairly new shade N90 Neutral Walnut. I've always loved Bobbi Brown concealers, and I've hit pan quite often on their concealers. They did a great job with the foundations with the red and the yellow undertones, but now I'm glad that there's some more options for those of us with deeper skin and neutral undertones. I like how this foundation covers well. It was able to cover a majority of my discoloration without making me look like I have a mask on, without making me look cakey. My skin still looks like skin, and we love to see it. Now, of course, I'm not done here because there are some areas that I want to add to, as well as highlight and contour, because highlighting and contouring adds dimension back to the face after we're done with our foundation. So I'm gonna go in with the Bobbi Brown Instant Full Cover Concealer in the shade Chestnut. So you always wanna do your foundation first, because your foundation might actually cover up a lot of the discoloration, and then you go in with concealer if you have some areas that may need a little extra help. And for me, that would be my under eye area. Now, Chestnut is the deepest shade, and I like that it conceals and brightens my under eye area at the same time. I would love to see more deeper options because not every time when I do my makeup I want that brightened look. I appreciate it, but sometimes, you know, a girl wants to switch things up, so I would love to see some deeper shades in the Instant Full Cover Concealer. You can grab any of these Bobbi Brown products at Sephora. I will leave them linked in the description box, so make sure you check it out. So I'm gonna set my face with powder, do my eyes, do my highlight and contour, and then come back and talk to you more about this look. So we all have different makeup styles. I like pretty much everything on. But when you're completing your makeup looks, and if you want to, you know, see what I usually do with my eyes, my highlight and contour, I have other videos, so make sure you check those out. But a couple of things that you should know when you are trying to complete your dewy skin look or any skin-like makeup look is that the textures that you choose are going to be important. Now, having an all matte look can be very drying. It can, you know, tell on you if you have some areas that you're trying to, you know, maybe some fine lines and wrinkles and texture issues that you don't want on Front Street. Having an all matte look is going to tell on you the same way that an all dewy, shiny, glittery look will tell on you as well. So you want a good mix of textures, you know, your glossy along with your matte, in order to get a really nice balanced look that looks the most natural, even if you have a bunch of layers on. And speaking of layers, I actually layer my concealers. So I put on the Instant Full Cover Concealer because with the little bit of discoloration that I still have underneath my eyes, I wanted to balance that out, even that out, because if I go into highlight, sometimes that discoloration still kind of peeks through. So what I do is I put my concealer on to cover the discoloration, and then I go in with the Bobbi Brown Creamy Concealer in Golden to do my highlight. Underneath my brow bone area, I use the Bobbi Brown Creamy Concealer in Almond. So you might be thinking like, wow, that's a lot of stuff that's underneath there, layer it up. That's probably gonna look cakey and a mess by the end of the day, and it's not. So I actually tested a couple of different scenarios because I wanted to come to this video with some options for you where sometimes I use the Vitamin Enriched eye base, sometimes I use the Vitamin Enriched face base, sometimes I use them together, sometimes I didn't use either one at all because, you know, you need a control in any experiment. Later in this video, I'm going to show you how this look lasts hours later into my day, so make sure you keep watching. But I did find that the Vitamin Enriched eye base, which has a really nice cushiony texture, and it does have that kind of like gripping feel to it. I did notice on days when I used the Vitamin Enriched eye base that I had a much longer lasting under eye area. I even tried it with products that weren't Bobbi Brown complexion products, and it still worked. So the Vitamin Enriched eye base I think is a good option if you're someone who you find that no matter what you do with your under eye area that you're still getting that creasing, your concealer's not lasting. The Vitamin Enriched eye base is going to be able to give you the moisture that you need because you know you can wear it on your own. You could use it as a primer, or you can wear it on top of your regular eye cream to use it as a primer for your concealers and your correctors. So, yay! Now, I do have dozens of moisturizers that I have used in my routine. I do feel that the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, it's a moisturizer and a primer all in one. So if you're looking to kind of decrease the amount of steps that you have in your makeup and skincare routine, this might be something great to look at. But I really did appreciate the lasting power that the Vitamin Enriched eye base gave me for my under eye looks. Because like I said, I have oily skin. The type of moisturizer that I would use for my oily skin, not gonna really address the issues that I have underneath my eyes because the skin there is different. So I did love using the Vitamin Enriched eye base to give me that extra little piece of layer, almost like a little bit of a grip for the products that came after. So it's been a little over 6 hours. I went out and about. I stood outside and waited online, you know, social distancing, for about 20 minutes, and it was pretty hot today, and I didn't realize it was going to be pretty hot today, so I had a jacket on, so I was working with the elements, ran a bunch of errands. I didn't do any touching up of my makeup to kind of blot shine. I also had on an N95 mask, which I always get from the straps of the mask. I always get like an indentation right here. I did kind of take a beauty blender and, you know, kind of dab that in to blend it in so that I wouldn't have like the mask mark on my face. Now the thing with wearing a mask, you're gonna get some transfer. You're gonna get more transfer if you're someone like me who, you know, you put your mask on when you're out in public, but then like when you get in your car, or, you know, obviously when I get home, I take the mask off. So today I was doing a lot of in and out, getting in the car, getting out of the car, kind of like errand running. So I was taking the mask on, off and on, and you are going to get some transfer when you do that, obviously, because the mask moving is going to move around your makeup. But I think this still looks really good despite that. I do like that the foundation is giving me a nice glowy look, but it's not overly glowy where it looks like maybe I fried some bacon on my face. It's giving me nice skin. I don't do a ton of blotting throughout the day. Of course, if things get a little crazy in my T-zone or around my cheeks, you know, I'll blot that. This I don't need to blot as often. My mantra when it comes to oily skin is to balance, not obliterate. You don't want to completely take all the oils away. And I find, especially with a makeup look, that when you're not too matte, it looks way more believable and more like skin. Okay, so not that I recommend working out with your makeup on, but I was running late for Zumba on Zoom, you know, in the house, and didn't have time to take my makeup off, but this is what the makeup looks like after sweating for about 45 minutes. Not bad at all. So, I'm feeling it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you tried any of these Bobbi Brown products? What are your thoughts? What would you use in your routine? What would you not use in your routine? Let me know in the comments. Again, everything that I tried will be linked in the description box. Everything is available at Sephora. So if you want to go to your local store or buy it online, you can get the information on everything in the description box. Thanks again to Bobbi Brown for sponsoring this video. Follow me on social. The links will also be in the description box. And I'll see you fine folks in my next video. Bye guys.